Good morning, dear students. Welcome to another session of microwave antenna. In the previous session, we started off with the microwave transmission lines, in which we discussed regarding two equations, that is dou v by dou z and dou I by dou z estimation. So that is what we had discussed in previous session. So we'll be continuing from where we had left in the previous session. So in previous session, we had discussed regarding this equation, that is minus dou v by dou z is equal to r into I plus L into dou I by dou t. And we had come across another equation, that is this equation, that is minus dou I by dou z is equal to g into v plus c into dou v by dou t. Then we had gone through one of the equations wherein we tried to decouple these two equations. So these two equations are called as coupled equations because on LHS I have either I, or in the previous equation I have V, and on the RHS I have the instantaneous voltage parameter or the current parameter in this equation. So I need to decouple this. How do I decouple this? I try to substitute this I value in equation 3, and I try to substitute this instantaneous voltage value in equation 5. In order to do that, what we had done, we had we know that what is dou I by dou z. It is given by this equation. So what I do is I make use of this one, so that I'll be able to replace, say, I over here. So what I do in this case is I differentiate this equation with respect to z. So when I differentiate this equation with respect to z, what I'll be having, dou square v by dou z square is equal to r into dou I by dou z plus L into dou square I by dou z dou t. So that is what I'll be having. Similarly, here if I want to replace this parameter, right? Already I know what is dou v by dou z. I can replace it with this parameter. So what I do is first I convert this one into dou v by dou z. How do I do that? I consider this equation. I differentiate this equation with respect to dou z. So what I'll be having, I'll be having dou square I by dou z square, which is equal to g into dou v by dou z plus c into dou square v by dou z dou t. So in this case, what I'll be having these two equations. So here what I have dou I by dou z, and in the other equation I have dou v by dou z. Sorry, it is dou z. Sorry, this one is the other this thing. So in the other case, I'll be having dou v by dou z. That is when I differentiate this equation with respect to with respect to z, right? I'll be having g into dou v by dou z. So now when I consider this equation, right? When I consider this equation, what I am having is dou I by dou z value I know. That is, I'll replace it with this parameter. But what about the other parameter? So in this equation, I have got this entire thing. So dou square I by dou z dou t. So I know that dou I by dou z is given by this. So now I differentiate this equation with respect to t. So I differentiate this equation with respect to t. So when I do that, what I'll be having, dou square I divided by dou z dou t. So I'll be getting a replacement for this one. So when I do that, I'll be having this entire thing in terms of dou t. That is, this is the equation what I'll be getting after the differentiation of the previous equation with respect to dou t. So wherein I'll be having dou square I by dou z dou t, which is given by g into dou v by dou t plus c into dou square v by dou t square. Now what I do is I consider equation 6 and equation 7 over here and substitute it in the previous equation what we had obtained. So in this one, I had V on LHS, I on RHS. Now what we are doing is we are substituting that equation over here. So in this one, what I have, dou square V by dou Z square, it is equal to R into dou I by dou Z. Dou I by dou Z, I replace it with this equation and dou square I by dou z dou t. I replace it with this equation. So when I replace it with this equation, what happens is, so this is the equation what I'll be getting. So in this one, if you just observe what you have on LHS, you have instantaneous voltage parameter. On RHS, if you just check, all these parameters are instantaneous voltage parameters. So you have replaced the instantaneous current parameters and you have decoupled it and obtained the equation which is entirely in terms of the instantaneous voltage parameter. So similarly, you have to obtain the equation for, that is, you have to decouple this equation from V. So that on LHS I have instantaneous current and on RHS I have instantaneous current. So in order to do that, again the same method we have to follow. So here when I consider dou V by dou Z and obtain this parameter, so this is the overall equation what I'll be having. So when I simplify this equation, right? When I simplify this equation, this is the final equation what I'll be obtaining. So you multiply R with these parameters, you multiply L with these parameters, and you will be ending up in one of the equations. So remove the common terms. So in this, these are the common terms. This is related to V, this is related to dou V by dou T, and this one is dou square V by dou T square. So these are three parameters what you are having on the right hand side. So when you segregate those things or separate those things, what we are getting? We are getting this final equation, that is dou square V by dou Z square is equal to RGV plus RC into LG dou V by dou T plus LC into dou square V by dou T square. Now when I apply the same concept to this equation, when I apply the same concept to this equation, that is, here we have V. So first obtain dou V by dou Z, because we know what is dou V by dou Z. So once you obtain that equation, right, again apply dou I by dou Z. This entire thing again you differentiate it with respect to dou T. What you will be having is you will be having you differentiate this with respect to dou T. You will be having dou V by dou Z dou T, which will be given by R into dou I by dou T plus L into dou square I by dou T square. So now that equation I replace in the other equation. So that is what we do in the next step. That is similarly we consider for the equation 5, that is dou I by dou Z what we have written. So when we do that, we have, when we differentiate it with respect to Z square, I have minus dou square I by dou Z square, which is equal to G into dou V by dou Z plus C into dou square V by dou Z dou T. So this is one parameter what we have obtained. So here I know what is dou V by dou Z. So I'll be replacing that. Now next I have to obtain a replacement for this one, dou square V by dou Z dou T. So in order to do that, what we do is we consider the basic equation, that is equation 3, and we differentiate this with respect to, not this one. We consider this equation and we differentiate this with respect to T. So when we do that, what we have is dou square V, it is dou square, it is missed out. Dou square V by dou Z dou T is equal to R into dou I by, it's the next, yes, this equation. So it is dou square V by dou Z dou T, which is equal to R into dou I by dou T plus L into dou square I by dou T square. So this equation and this equation will be substituted here, and this one will be replaced with the previous equation. So when I substitute that, this is the final equation what I'll be getting. That is, I substitute those two in equation 9. So when I substitute it in these, what I'll be getting is this equation. Again, what I do is I simplify this overall equation. When I simplify this overall equation, what I'll be getting is, I'll be getting it as dou square I by dou Z square is equal to RG into I plus RC plus LG into dou I by dou T plus LG into dou square I by dou T square. So if you look at the equations, they are almost symmetric with just slight changes. It is L into G dou I by dou T, that is this parameter is altered, and here this parameter is altered. So here I have RGV. In this case, I have RG into the instantaneous current. This one RC into LG dou I by dou T. So here also I have the same parameter RC into RC plus LG into, but this one is dou V by dou T. So next one, here I am having C into dou square V by dou T. That is L into that parameter. Here it is G into dou square I by dou T square. So when you simplify, this is the final equation what you will be obtaining. So these equations what we have obtained, right? These are called the transmission line equation. These are called the transmission line equations. So total we have how many equations we came across? So if you recollect, we came across total 4 equation. The first one was minus dou v by dou z, which is equal to, that is this equation, the first one, which is Ri plus L into dou I by it is dou I by dou t. Next we had minus dou I by dou z, which was given by Gv plus C into dou v by dou t. So these two equations are the coupled equation. So this one, what we did, we altered it to decoupled equation. First, by differentiating this equation with respect to z, and then obtaining a replacement for this one, because I know what is this equation. Then what I did was we got dou square I by dou z dou t. So here what we did, we differentiated this entire equation with respect to t. So we'll be getting a replacement for dou square I by dou z dou t. So once we did that and we simplified, we obtained equation for dou square v by dou z square, which was equal to RGV plus, it was RG into RG plus LC. That was this equation what we have obtained. It is RC plus LG into dou V by dou V by dou T. We got dou V by dou T, and last one, which was L into C dou square V by dou T square. So this is one transmission line equation, and the other transmission line equation was dou square I by dou z square. So when you simplify, it will be RGI into RC plus LG into dou I by dou T plus L it will be L into G dou square I by dou T square. So these were the 4 equations what we had obtained. So these 2 equations are termed as the transmission line equations. These are the transmission line equations. So here we obtain these transmission line equations. So from this we obtain a rest of all, wherein we'll be considering say what is the equation for alpha, what is the equation for beta, what is the equation for gamma, what is the equation for the characteristic impedance. So these all things we'll be obtaining. But what we'll be doing is we'll be obtaining these in terms of RLGC components. We'll be obtaining it in terms of RLGC components. So first you should know what are the transmission line equations, and then that is the transmission line equations. That is in our case, this is the one transmission line equation, and this one is the other transmission line equation. So these are the two transmission line equations what we are having. So now using these equations and the previous basic coupled equations, we'll be moving ahead in which we try to identify the solution for these equations. So this is what we'll be looking out for. So we obtained the transmission line equations. So in that we came across instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current parameters. So what is its representation when we consider these instantaneous values? So these values are represented with equation 12 and equation 13. So that is what we are having over here. So instantaneous voltage is represented with V of Z comma T, which is equal to real part of V of Z into e raised to j omega t, and I of Z comma T is equal to real part of I of Z into e raised to j omega. So these are the two parameters what we are having. With USN 73, USN 73. Please mute yourself, all of you. So once again, just a repetition over here. So we obtained the transmission line equations. So for now, we had the instantaneous voltages and currents. So in this instantaneous voltages and currents, so we have the equations which are represented by equation 13 and equation 12. So in this one, it is given by a real part of V of Z into e raised to j omega t and real part of I of Z into e raised to j omega t, where V of Z and I of Z are the complex quantities. They are also known as the phases. Now we are considering that the transmission line is placed along the Z axis. Therefore, we are considering the Z parameter over here. So these V of Z and I of Z are given by these two parameters, that is incident and reflected parameters, in which V of Z is given by V plus into e raised to minus gamma Z plus V minus into e raised to minus, plus gamma Z. Similarly, we have equation for I of Z, which is given in terms of incident current into e raised to minus gamma Z plus reflected current into e raised to plus gamma Z. So in these two, right, what we have is we have the gamma quantity, which is called as propagation constant, which is given by this equation, which consists of alpha plus j beta, where alpha is the attenuation constant and beta is the phase constant. So these are the parameters which are involved, and in this V plus and I plus are the incident parameters. V minus and I minus are the reflected parameters. That is what we saw over here. That is whenever we are operating at microwave frequencies, we have incident component and reflected component. Since we are operating at high frequencies, these reflected components we cannot neglect. We cannot neglect these components. So this can give rise to what we call as standing wave ratios in the transmission line. So therefore, we have these representations over here, that is II and IR, or sometimes we write it as I plus or even I plus. So these are the incident component, and the IR, or it is I minus or I minus. So similarly for voltages also, we have the same representation, that is VI and VR, what we can observe over here. So these are the incident and reflected components. So now with respect to propagation constant, these are things that is alpha is the attenuation constant which is specified in APS per meter, and beta is the phase constant which is specified in radians per meter. Now how do I obtain this equation? So here if you just consider, say if you have a parameter e raised to j omega t, when you take the differentiation of this, what happens is you will be ending up with j omega into e raised to j omega. Now, for example, if I specify it as x of t is equal to e raised to j omega t, when I take the difference of this one, right? What I'll be having, I'll be having j omega into e raised to j omega t. But what is e raised to j omega t? It is nothing but again x of t itself. It is x of t. So here, what it implies is when the parameter is exponential, that is e raised to j omega t in this case, differentiation is nothing but, or that is this partial differentiation what we are considering, it is nothing but it is multiplying this signal x of t, that is which is e raised to j omega t with j omega, with j omega. This is specifically when you come across e raised to j omega t. So when you take differentiation of this one, it is nothing but it is like equivalent to multiplying j omega with e raised to j omega t. So therefore in this case what happens is when we compare both sides, dou by dou t will be acting as this parameter, and it will be multiplied with the other parameter over there. So that's why we are specifying dou by dou t equivalent to j omega. So now this one, why we require, why we are discussing this is in later equations, right? We'll be replacing these all parameters in the previous equations what we had obtained. So in transmission line equations, we had obtained these equations, right? So here you can see that we had dou I by dou t. So dou by dou t will be replaced with j omega. Here dou square by dou t square. So it will be replaced with j omega the whole square. So here if you just take another differentiation of this one, so it will be dou square by dou t square e raised to j omega t. That is this differentiation of this with respect to t. It will be j omega into e raised to j omega t. So it will be j omega square into e raised to j omega t. So this will be utilized in solving this transmission line equations. So that is where we will be utilizing it. So here, when we substitute equation 13 in those previous equations, what we had obtained, that is the coupled and the decoupled equations. Coupled and the decoupled equations, what we'll be getting is we'll be getting these equations which are specified over here, that is minus dou v by dou z is equal to r into I plus j omega L into I. So here, why this thing comes over here is we can just check for one equation, and for the remaining it will be the same analysis. So here what we have, dou v by dou z is equal to r into L dou I by dou t. But what is dou by dou t? It is j omega. So what we do is we replace this dou by dou t with j omega. So it will be j omega into L into this parameter I. So that is, we are making utilization of that, and then we are replacing these equations. So when we do that, what we have is we end up with these equations. So when I substitute that, we have these equations, that is minus dou v by dou x is equal to r into I plus j omega L into I. So when I take I constant, I have r plus j omega L into I. R plus j omega L into I. So it is equivalent to just you're taking the minus sign on the other side. Dou v by dou z is equal to minus r plus j omega L into I. But in previous session, right, and before starting transmission line, we had gone through some basics. What is r plus j omega L? It is nothing but the r plus j omega L is nothing but z. That is in the transmission lines. You can observe. So here what we have, R and L components. So when you simplify, you end up with one of the parameters, and the impedance of this one is given with what? So we are considering the entire line over here. So it will be given with R plus j omega L. That is what we had seen in the basics part. So similarly, even for this one, right, you will be utilizing the same concept. So here, so later we'll be substituting that and obtaining the final result. So here, what we have dou v by dou z is equal to minus r plus j omega L into I. And similarly, for the other equation, that is minus dou I by dou z, when you replace dou by dou t with j omega j omega c over there, because that parameter is present over there. So when we consider that, this is the final equation what we are obtaining. That is dou by dou t is replaced with j omega. When you replace that with j omega, what you'll be having? You'll be having so here c into j omega into v. So that will be replacing. So you'll be having it will be in terms of v. So g plus j omega cv into the v parameter, that is g plus j omega c into v. So that is what we'll be having in this equation. So it is g plus j omega c into v. So which is similar to your the other equation. But what is this equal to? This is nothing but the admittance part. This is equal to the admittance part, which is given by y, which is given by y. So later again we'll discuss regarding this. Now similarly, what we do is so in coupled equation we replaced d by dou by dou t with j omega and obtained equation 19 and equation 13. That is these two equations we have obtained. Now similarly, we apply the same concept to the transmission line equations what we have. So that is this dou square v by dou z square and dou square I by dou z square. So when I apply the same concept, over here, that is I replace these parameters. That is here we had dou v by dou t. So dou by dou t is replaced with j omega, and similarly here we had dou square v by dou t square. So that one we replaced with j omega the whole square. So when I simplify this equation, this is the final result what we'll be obtaining. So that is r plus j omega L into g plus j omega c into v. So this is the decoupled equation which is represented in this form. But remember, what is this? This is z and this is y. So later again we'll be utilizing these equations. So similarly, when we apply the same concept to dou square I by dou z square, we'll be ending up with this equation. We'll be ending up with this equation over here. That is dou square I by dou z square is equal to r plus j omega L into g plus j omega c into I. So these are the parameters what we'll be obtaining after we apply the concepts dou by dou t with say j omega. When we replace that one, so we'll be ending up with these four equations. So in this one, what we have dou v by dou z is equal to minus r plus j omega L into I. Dou I by dou z is equal to minus g plus j omega c into v. And dou square v by dou z square is equal to r plus j omega L into g plus j omega c into v. Then dou square I by dou z square is equal to r plus j omega L into g plus j omega c into I. So these are the things what we will be obtaining. Now what we do is we replace this partial derivative with the full derivatives, that is dou by dou z and dou square by dou z square by d by dz and d square by dz square. So once we do that, we'll be representing the transmission line equations in the phasor form. So this is the final equations what we'll be obtaining. That is based on the previous. Once you substitute those parameters, you'll be ending up with these equations. That is dv by dz is equal to minus r plus j omega L into I, and this one is substituted with z, where z is equal to r plus j omega L. So dv by dz is equal to minus z into I. then di by dz is equal to minus y into v, because y is equal to g plus j omega c. So similarly, the others, that is d square v by dz square is equal to r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c into v, which is nothing but z into y, z into y. This is z, this is y into v. Similarly, d square I by dz square is r, this parameter is z into y into I. So these are the phasor representations what we'll be having based on the instantaneous values what we had obtained. So here z into y is actually equal to square of the propagation constant. Therefore, it is replaced with gamma square into v, and here it is gamma square into I. So this also derivation we are having. So that also will be looking forward how we obtain gamma in terms of z and y. So this is these are the equations what we have. These are the equations what we have. So now next we have to consider further and try to obtain the solutions for all these equations what we have obtained. So here it is represented, that is z is equal to z r plus j omega l, which is again in terms of ohm per meter, and y is g plus j omega c, which is mho per meter. So remember r, l, g, c, these are all in terms of per meter. These are all in terms of per meter. Now gamma is given by square root of zy, which is alpha plus j beta. We have a derivation related to this, wherein what is the equation for alpha and what is the equation for beta in terms of RLC, RLGC components. So this is what we are having up to this point. So under this, if the line is lossless, if the line is lossy, what happens? So that is what we'll be looking forward. So in this case, these are the final equations what you have to remember, these parameters. Dou v by dou z, dou I by dou z, dou square v by dou z square, d square v by dz square, d square I by dz square. Now, if I consider the line to be lossless, so in that what happens? R and G components will be equated to 0 and the final equations will be obtained. If I'm considering the line to be lossless, so in that resistance and the conductance will be 0, and we'll be ending up with the parameters, that is dV by dz is equal to j omega L into I, di by that is minus di by dz is equal to minus j omega C into V, and this one when we have to simplify it, that is j omega L into j omega C, it will be minus omega square LC into V. Similarly, here also it will be minus omega square LC into I. So these are the parameters what we'll be obtaining when we consider the line to be lossless. So here for a lossless line, these two parameters will be considered 0, and when you simplify the equations, these are the equations what will be ending up. So omega square minus omega square LC V and minus omega square LC I. So these are the transmission line equations. So whatever we have obtained, right, coupled and decoupled equations, and these equations in terms of phasor representations, these are the final transmission line equations. These are the final transmission line equations. So today we'll wind up to this point. In coming 4 sessions, right, we'll be discussing regarding solution to these aspects. Solution to these aspects.